two that we know for a fact is going to be the two-star defensive ends, Quincy, Roche, and Jaelen Phillips, who are staunch first-rounders. They both have already said that they're going to go into the draft. Now, to clarify, they have said they're going into the draft. A lot of us believe that this means that they're going to prepare themselves for the NFL draft, opting out of the bowl game. Neither one of them, to my knowledge, has openly said, and I can't confirm it because I haven't read it recently, but neither one of them have confirmed. If somebody in the comment section can correct me, that would be good. But as of right now, I know that both of them are opting out of their last year of eligibility and going to the NFL draft. I do not know if that means that both of them are opting out of the bowl. I believe Jaelen Phillips has. Believe so. But if I'm wrong, please correct me. I don't mind being wrong.
That seems like a good spot to start right there, Wholesome One. Without Roche, without Phillips, what that DN position is going to look like against OK State.
Oh, man. The good part about it that's kind of different, though, Mark, is that this Oak State team is a little different from the years of them just airing it out all over the field. They're very balanced in a way that, thank you, Chris Weatherspoon. I appreciate it, man. Good news to come down the line. I'll make it public when it's time to be public. But, like I said on my channel, I don't know how long I'll be able to do this because there are great things happening in the future for your boy to host on. Anyway, when it comes to the Miami Hurricanes and the way that we will attack Oak State, they're very balanced. It's not like you got that, what's the QB? Whedon? That went to Cleveland. Brandon Whedon.
Exactly.
Just airing it out all over the field. It's not like Wazoo Southeastern, They have modernized the way that they approach to certain things too. So I'm very, very happy to see that. I mean, Oak State is a pretty cool team. I like Gundy. He's pretty wild, and the I'm 40 will always be infamous in college football. The I'm 40 interview. I'm very nervous about this game, but when you talk about the defensive ends, we have a couple guys who can step up. Cam Williams, 6'5", 225, 230 pounds. Defensive end has been backing up, and he's been in almost every game. He's been backing up Quincy Roche over on the weak side. Jafari Harvey, one of my favorite recruits way back to Surge 19. I've been talking about this kid young man for over a year and a half, and he's played some this year too. Their stats don't jump out to you, so don't type in their name and expect to see a highlight tape. These young men have yet to have a real true chance. This will be it. This will be their chance to step up. And hopefully if the program is in a certain state, we don't have to put all the weight on those two young men. We need our interior linemen to show up and make plays. Linebackers, you've had a horrible season, so hopefully you come to show up in this game. And the good thing about it, Mark, is we don't have to play their all-world running back because he's already opted out of this season because he probably would have ran for 400 on us. He's a first-rounder, man. Is it Chuba? Is that his last name?
Yeah, Chuba Hubbard. I've heard it pronounced both ways. Seen him play a number of times for a number of years, and their backup is really good as well. Letty Brown, but he's not Chuba Hubbard.
I just hope we were able to rally to the football and bring them down. This game could be eerily similar to West Virginia 2016. Back then where we were kind of struggling and we're playing a pretty good team. Not a team that's on the elite level, the other half of the top 15. We're playing a team that's on the bottom half of the top 15. They're a top 30, 40 program in the country, and they're a pretty good team. And if you don't show up with a quality game plan, if you can't convey the message to the young men to go out there and execute, we will get blown out. That's what's going to happen. If we come out and we can't stop the stretch play, which Manny Diaz hasn't been able to do since his days at Texas, something similar as a simple stretch, he can't stop by any means unless he has elite defensive tackle play. And I can go on all day about that. But we got a lot to work on, Mark. And Oak State will not take their foot off the gas because they feel bad about the University of Miami trying to build their program. They will run the score up and keep kicking us in the face. And obviously you see this team picks and chooses when they want to fight back. So we'll see. We will see.
Oklahoma State came out of the gate as arguably the best team in the Big 12 for most of the season. Most of us thought they were the best team in the Big 12, certainly played like that for the first 7 or 8 games of the season, posted the best defensive numbers in the Big 12. I saw most of their game against Iowa State. So if you saw Iowa State, who finished in first place in the regular season in the Big 12 and barely lost the Big 12 championship game, OK State beat them 24-21. The real down moment of the season was when they had an opportunity to take control of the Big 12. Oklahoma put a stomping on them for 41-13. I watched their game against Texas. They lost, it was a crazy score, 42-35 kind of game. They dominated that game statistically. Texas has a monster at D tackle who lines up at D end. He's all over the place. Joseph Asai, who pretty much wrecked their game. He made about 5 of those kind of plays that a D end will make where he, batted passes in the air and picked them off and forced fumbles, strip sacks, and he pretty much wrecked their game. But other than that, they lost the turnover battle 4-0 to Texas, but they outgained them almost 3-1. And then they, they played okay down the stretch. They're a 7-3 football team, 6-3, something in that range. I know they lost 3 games, whatever the numbers add up to there. I believe they're 6-3 with losses to Texas, Oklahoma, and another loss in there to somebody that I'm not coming up with right this second. They played a good Tulsa team in the non-conference, trailed in the fourth quarter, came back and won when their starting quarterback, Spencer Sanders, got hurt in that game. He's a dual threat guy that was highly, highly sought after, recruited. He's a little loose with the football, but a dual threat guy that's pretty talented.